All right, this is actually a supplemental lesson for Chapter 3 on writing and solving linear systems. So it's on page 67, okay, but this is basically an add-on lesson for you. So Joey has a handful of dimes and quarters. There are 22 coins in all. The value of the coins is $3.55. How many dimes does he have and how many quarters? Okay, so I'm going to set this up. I'm going to use D equals dimes and Q equals quarters. We know that dimes are 10 cents and quarters are 25 cents, okay? So I'm going to set up two equations. D plus Q equals 22 because I have 22 coins in all. And then 0.10D plus 0.25Q equals $3.55 because that's how many, the amount of dimes times 10 cents plus the amount of quarters times 25 cents equals $3.55. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually solve this equation up here for D. Okay, when I do that, I subtract Q from both sides. So I get D equals 22 minus Q. And I'm going to substitute that in for this equation. And I'm going to solve so I get quarters. Okay, so when I do that, I'm going to take 0.10 times 22 minus Q plus 0.25Q equals 355. Okay, I'm going to distribute this. Okay, so I get 2.2 minus 0.10Q plus 0.25Q equals 355. Okay, 2.2 this gives me plus 0.15Q equals 3.55. Subtract 2.2 from both sides. So 0.15Q equals 1.35. Divide by 0.15. So Q equals 9. Okay, so there are 9 quarters. Okay. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take D plus Q equals 22, and I know I have 9 quarters. So that means I have 13 dimes. So 13 dimes, 9 quarters. Okay. Number 2 says the number of calories in a mint is 3 times the number of calories in a stick of gum. There are 70 calories in 5 sticks of gum and 3 mints. How many calories are there in each stick of gum and mint? Okay, so I'm going to take that information, I'm going to come up with 2 equations. So there are 3, we're going to say M is the calories in the mint, and G is the calories in the gum. Okay, there are 3 times the calories, so mint equals 3G, because there's 3 times the calories in the stick of gum as there are on the mint. And there are 70 calories in 5 sticks of gum and 3 mints. Okay, so those are my 2 equations that I have. I already have M solved, so I'm just going to plug in the 3G for M over here. So I get 70 equals 5G plus 3 times 3G. I'm going to solve this one for G. So I get 9G. 5 plus 9 gives me 14G, and I'm going to divide by 14. 70 divided by 14 gives me 5. Okay, so there are 5 calories in a stick of gum. Okay, and then I'm going to plug that back in for M. So M equals 3 times 5, so M equals 15. Okay, so there are 5 calories in a stick of gum, and there are 15 calories in a mint. Okay. Number 3 says a group of friends go out for lunch. If 2 order hot dogs and 4 order hamburgers, the bill will be $23.50. If 5 have hot dogs and only 1 has a hamburger, the bill will be $18.25. What is the cost of a hot dog and a hamburger? Okay, so I'm going to use this information to create 2 equations. So the first equation that I'm going to create, so first I'm going to say H equals my hot dogs and B equals my hamburgers. Okay. So 2 hot dogs plus 4 hamburgers is $23.50. And then 5 hot dogs plus 1 burger equals $18.25. Okay, so that's the first thing I've got 2 equations. Okay, I'm going to solve this equation for B. So that means I got to subtract 5H from this side. So B equals 18.25 minus 5H. Okay, I'm going to take that and I'm going to plug it back into my equation. I'm going to substitute it back in. So I get 2 times 18.25 minus 5H plus, oops, sorry, wrong one, 2H plus 4 times 18.25 minus 5H equals $23.50. Okay, simplify it. So I'm going to use my distributive property. Times. Okay, so this gives me 73 minus 20H equals $23.50. Okay, 2H minus 20H is negative 18H plus 73 equals $23.50. Okay. Just rewriting the equation so you can see it. Okay, I'm going to subtract 73. This gives me negative 18H equals negative 49.50. Divide by negative 18. So I get $2.75. So that's the cost of the hamburger, or the hot dog, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to take that, I'm going to plug it back into one of my equations. I'm going to plug it back into the second one because there's only 1 hamburger in that. Okay, so my hot dogs cost $2.75. I'm going to use the distributive property. So this gives me $13.75 plus B is $18.25. I subtract. $4.50. Okay. So hot dog equals $2.75. Hamburger equals $4.50. Okay? All right, for number 4, it says the larger of the 2 numbers is 9 more than twice the smaller. The sum of the numbers is 3 less than 5 times the smaller. What are the numbers? Okay? So I'm going to pick 2 variables for each of my numbers. So I'm going to say L is my larger number and S is my smaller. Okay. the larger of two numbers is, so L is twice more, 2 times the smaller one. And the sum of the numbers, so if I add them together, L plus S equals 3 less than 5 times the smaller. So 5 times the smaller minus 3. So those are my two equations that I have. So I'm going to take this equation, I'm going to plug it in for L. So when I do that, 2s plus s equals 5s minus 3. So this gives me 3s equals 5s minus 3. Subtract 5s from both sides. I get negative 2s equals negative 3. Yep. Divide by negative 2. So s equals 3 halves. So that's my first number. Okay. Then I'm going to take that, I'm going to plug it back in for my larger number. So L equals 2 times 3 halves. So L equals 6 halves. So L equals 3. So my larger number is 3. My smaller number is 3 halves.